Because, like, I was looking through my Instagram. Oh my God, did my power just go off? What is going on? Hey you guys, it is Daryl Ann. I am back with my first video of 2021. I'm super excited. So last year, I know 2020 was crazy for all of us. We're still experiencing that. But I want to connect more with you guys. So I was scrolling through my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I go by Curls Have Curves. That is my blog name. And I was scrolling through and, you know, I take all the like, the beauty shots. You see all these like blippets of me through TikTok. But that's like not who I am. If you know me in person, that's not my personality. I want to be able to like bridge that gap and connect more with you guys. So I'm going to start that today by going over my foundation routine. Super excited about this. Give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's jump in. So I'm going to show you today is a basic beat. This does not include lashes. This is literally just my foundation routine. I'm going to go ahead and prime my skin. I know that there are some people who believe if you have a daily routine of already like washing your face and moisturizing, then your skin is essentially already prepped. But for me, I live in Wisconsin and my skin gets so dry in the winter, especially on my cheeks and around my forehead. So I like to add that extra hydration. And I also have larger pores like around this area, so I like to fill those in to give that blurred effect. So I use the NYX pore filler for that. This is $14. It may sound a little pricey, but it's a dupe for the Benefit POREfessional, which is like $35 and a way smaller packaging than this, but a little bit goes a long way. It does have like a silicone base. It feels silicone-y, so if that is not something that you like, I wouldn't recommend, but it does help with that blurred effect, helps smooth over my skin. I don't know if you guys can see, but on my temples, I have like acne scars, and I've had those since I was in like middle school because I used to like break out a lot and just kind of pick at my skin. So now I have these, so I just like to make sure those are smoothed over. And then I'm gonna go in with my NYX Bear With Me. I want to say this is $18, but don't quote me on that. I'll link that down below. Okay. Lost product. All right, I'm going to take some, put it on my cheek. And it's a gel. Like, it looks like jelly while it's in here, but it like, oh, it feels so refreshing. It's so refreshing. I want to make sure I get my forehead, because oh my gosh, I have so much texture on my forehead and it bothers me when I can see it. Okay, skin is prepped. I already did my brows off camera, but if you would like, I do have a video that goes over how I do my brow routine. So jumping into foundation, I'm going to use NARS, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This one is a little darker than I am right now because it's my summer shade, but we got to get rid of this product because I'm not going to be sitting on it. I'm actually not the hugest fan of this foundation. Actually, hold that thought, because it is super like moisturizing and radiant. So during the summer I get oily in my T-zone, so that doesn't play well with a foundation that's already radiant. So like being radiant on top of being oily was not a good thing for me. But since it's winter time now and I tend to get dry, this might actually help like counteract that. Let's see. It's actually not as bad as I thought in shade. This is the NYX foundation brush, by the way. I've really, I didn't realize actually how big of a fan I was of NYX. But I use both their primers. I love this foundation brush. I've actually moved away from sponges since picking this brush up, because the thing about sponges is that it's going to take away the coverage that you lay down. So you're going to have to apply more product to get more full coverage because the sponge is just soaking it up. Whereas a brush is just like, you see I'm stippling this into my skin. It's just pushing the product that I have into my skin. Granted, you know, it's still going to soak up some product in the bristles, but not nearly as much as a sponge would. I'm going to get rid of all this pink. See, I told you guys that I filmed last night and I did a very colorful eye look, but that is not going to be the case today. Going very basic today. And I think I'm going to save the colorful eye look for my Valentine's Day video. Okay. So I'm going to finish this up. I never go directly into my foundation to my forehead because my forehead's textured. And so going straight in just like emphasizes that. So I just go with whatever I have excess of and then make my way onto my forehead. Less is more on the forehead, that's for sure. And when I apply, I always start in the middle of my face and work my way out. Okay, so the finish actually looks really pretty right now. Not gonna lie. Before I give my final thoughts on this, I'm going to go ahead with the rest of my routine. All right, now we're gonna go in with concealer. So, I'm gonna first highlight. I use Juvia's Place concealer. This is very full coverage and you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. This is shade 17. All right. So in like 2018 through 2000, well, even now I see it. A lot of girls would make the big triangles, and I have been guilty of it as well. But that's not what you want. Really, is not. Because it's just going to elongate your face, and that's not what we're really looking for. Well, personally, I don't know about you, but that's not what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and take a tapered fluffy brush. Please don't come for me. I did a look last night. So my brushes are still dirty from that. But since I am the only one using them, and on my face alone, it's not that big of a deal to me. But these babies are due for a washing today. I have a client this week. That is honestly like the biggest chore of being a makeup artist, is cleaning your brushes. But it's worth it, right? Oh, I just love this concealer. Okay. You see that it's lifting my under eyes, getting rid of those dark circles? Between my kids and my late night TikTok binges, I don't see them going away anytime soon. Okay. If you put down a cream, you want to put down a powder to lock that in. Because if at any point you start to sweat, your makeup is going to move. And we're going to be looking at you crazy. All right, now I'm going to add the shadows, like contouring, but I'm going to use the same concealers, Juvia's Place. I've been a fan of like cream contouring now, but you will see that I do go over it with powder as well. So this is shade 9. I'm going to start there. If I need to deepen it up, I'll go to shade 6. Shade 6. Okay. Okay. I think this might work for me. Because like I said, I do add a powder on top to set it. And the powder is a little darker, so it's going to add that needed shadow. Okay. With the same tapered fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. This I'm going to work downward because I'm trying to get rid of my 5 head and make it into an actual forehead. So I'm just going to move the product down. And with the cheek, I'm moving it up. It's putting like dimension back into my face subtly, because this is an actual contouring. Contouring is going to create the shadow, and shadows are usually cool tone, and this is definitely warm. So it's essentially kind of bronzing up my face. But I feel like this is a good like placeholder for when I'm contouring to tell me where to place it. Now I could go in with a more cool tone cream, but I like to start out subtle first and then, you know, build up, because I have gotten myself into some ugly situations of contouring way too heavy, and then I'm fucked. And then I'm looking boo boo fool. What I use to set my face is the Dermablend Professional Setting Powder. This is the Illuminating Banana Powder. I really enjoy this. This is probably my third favorite setting powder. First is going to be Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, Holy Grail. Second, I love the Fenty setting powder. I just cannot stand the smell. And then the Dermablend. I do have several different shades of this one, but the banana powder for me works the best. It adds coverage and it blurs, so those are all I really needed to do. So I'm just going to take a little cosmetic sponge, and I'm going to set under my eye. I like to press and stipple into my skin. Baking, I don't know why people thought that was a cute idea. Whatever. But our under eyes get dry naturally. So to add powder and let it sit and just basically suck the life out of you, it's just going to emphasize those wrinkles. So can we please leave that behind completely? Okay. I am setting my eye as well, because this is a basic foundation routine. So I'm not doing any eyeshadow today. None. Not a drop. Okay. Can you see the difference? I'm already liking it set better than not. Because you can kind of see that divot where my, you know, what is it called? Bag. My under eye bag starts. And this, it kind of just like lifts and adds that extra coverage that I need. Oh my gosh. These blinds are really just blowing my damn vibe. You guys, I've had my blinds. No, I should say, I'm sorry, my curtains in my closet just sitting there for over a month. Because I'm just putting it off because I know it's going to be a two-man job. And I haven't found the curtain rod that I want. I'd be sounding ridiculous. I just couldn't find the curtain rod. So the whole project is just, no. I'm going to find one that I want. I was looking at Home Goods and stuff, but they're kind of like, I want something with some weight to it, okay? I don't want something, if need be, I can pull it off my damn wall and go into battle with. It better be made of steel. The ones at Home Goods and TJ Maxx were like this hollow aluminum. I was like, I wouldn't even trust this to hang a shower curtain. But no, I promise next video, these are gonna be gone. Because it's just an example of why I can't have shit. As my kids come knocking on my door. What do you want? And I'm going to set around my chin and around my mouth. And around my nose. Make sure you get that nose, the corners of your nose, because I be seeing that foundation crease. Make sure you get that. And that forehead. For contour, I'm going to use the I Heart Revolution contour palette. This isn't deep. I am medium toned, so I really like this highlighter, but it doesn't work for me. And this contour, I'm just going to go in very light-handed. Take a contour brush. Make sure you tap out that excess. And very light-handedly, I'm going to swipe up on my cheek, where I can see I laid down that cream earlier. You see what I mean? By contour is creating shadows and using cool tone. Because you see this is creating the shadow. Unlike this side, which is just kind of warmed up. She's cute. She's on the beach. But this is snatching souls. A little bit more. And really work the forehead. Like I said, trying to trim it down a little bit. Okay. So this is where that like 3 thing comes in of like contouring. So I'm gonna hit that. If you have a double chin like moi, we want to tuck her away right now. For right now, I'm gonna take that contour brush and then I'm just going to, along my jawline, swipe in to my neck meat. Very light-handed. Boom, and she's concealed. She is clocked out for the night. Until you catch me with some off-guard picture. She be peeking out. She be peeking out. It's okay. We love the neck meat. Okay. Contoured. Snatched. Do you see the effect? You see I still got some cheek meat right here. And even though it's still here, it just looks a little more chiseled. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, so now it's time that I'm going to actually bronze. I don't have the bronzer that I usually like, which is by Physicians Formula. I highly recommend. But I'm going to go ahead and just use my little Wet n Wild one. She cute, whatever. This is just going to kind of help blend the contour and the setting powder together, because I set my face and then I contoured, but now like sometimes you can see that there's like a disconnect, so I just kind of want to blend that all together with the bronzer. It's the middleman. It's what like helps things mesh, okay? Okay. Did I even snatch the side? No. No, I didn't. Whatever. Hit it with some bronzer. Okay, I do want to snatch my nose real quick. I've decided. I'm going to go in very lightly with that same contour palette. This is just a fluffy tapered brush. And starting from where my eyebrow is, right underneath there, where it connects to my nose, I'm just going to run this brush down very gently. Like I said, don't be too scared if you go heavy-handed, because I can already see I fucked up, but it's okay. You can always diffuse. But you see how our nose just is now snatched? This is why sometimes when people are like, she got a nose job, ew, I'll be like, no, boo. No, she did not. Her artist just fucking snatched that nose. Like, you too can have that nose job with a simple $8 contour palette. Okay. There we go. There we go, right? Sorry if my camera keeps shifting angles. I have this, like, tripod gimmicky ass thing that's not gonna work. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with blush. This is my Sailor Moon blush. She is so, oh, I just love Sailor Moon, okay? Anyway, this is Cat's Eye. Ignore the gunk of glitter. Man, I can't have shit nice. Like, this was supposed to be a collector's item until my daughter got into it, but whatever. Whatever, she's here with us now. All right, I'm taking a fluffy, just blush brush. And I'm going on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm swiping up towards my ear. The real thought is, am I gonna wear this to work? Because I don't usually wear anything to work. Okay. And I do like to just run this on my forehead, weirdly enough, like 2 or 3 times. She's cute. I might even across my nose, because I look pale during the winter. I want to add a little rosy touch to that. Okay, finally we're on to the Physicians Formula highlighter. Okay, I raved about their bronzer, but their highlighter is equally as beautiful. This is Rose All Day. Another fluffy tapered brush. And doing pretty similar to my blush and just running it up. It's just like, how extra do you want to be? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. On the bridge. Cupid's bow. And I like to take a clean, fluffy eyeshadow brush and just hit my brow bone right under there. I almost forgot. Okay, so to like, do you get what this means? I like to like cut my cheekbones just to emphasize them. So I'm gonna take that setting powder I had, and I do this after I've done my, you know, bronzing and contouring, just to clean it up, make sure it's really sharp. I start at the ear, and I'll drag it across my cheek. And everybody's like placement is different, so unless we have the same shape face, I would definitely recommend looking at a chart. Where is it? There you go. And this is not something you can like, well, in my experience anyway, really press into the skin. So what I end up doing is, well, you'll see. You'll see. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. And dust it away. So I'm going to go ahead and add my lip and then my eyeliner, and then I will be back. All right, so I did decide I want to show you guys what I'm going to do for my lip. I went ahead and applied a brown liner. I believe it's like Wet n Wild, something very cheap and affordable. But I'm going to go ahead and apply my lip gloss. This is from Jazzy Dolls. This is in the shade Dusty Rose, and it is a nude lip gloss. She is local. And it smells like strawberries. I love this scent. All right, she is local. She has a chocolate scented one. She has a gold infused one. She sells body butters. She's also where I get all my lashes from. I highly suggest checking her out. Jazzy Dolls. I'll link her information down below. Okay, so here's the final look. She's cute. You know, sometimes I need to just like do my makeup to feel inspired to be productive. I think I'm gonna be productive today. It's what, 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna run some errands. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you want to see next. I'm thinking maybe, well, I think I'm gonna do Valentine's Day look next, but I might also want to do like a drugstore haul. You want to see things maybe for less than $5 or $10. So let me know down below. Please don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.